Female featherweights time as Sarah O'Connell from the Boonshoe Gym in Queensland makes her way to the ring. She's in a record of 27 fights for 15 wins and over the top ropes. Goes Sarah O'Connell. Trained by Wayne Parr. Her opponent, listen to the ovation. Soon to be Mrs. Riddler, Caley Lewis from Riddler's Gym. Promoter and fighter tonight with her fiancé, the Riddler, Darren Reece, in the corner. Again, on paper, a fantastic matchup. Caley with 31 fights for 26 wins. Might I say, a great choice of song, a bit of a patchy there for Caley Lewis. I love it. Featherweight matchup, we are set for 5x2. The 57-kilo women's division between Caley Lewis of Western Australia and Sarah O'Connell of Queensland. All part of Epic Muay Thai from Perth.
Just a quick shout out to Dave from ECA. Riddler asked me to give him a big thank you for his support of all the crew at Riddlers. So Dave from ECA, thanks for all your support, mate. Without the great and gracious sponsors, none of these fight events would be possible. So big shout out to you.
Front kicks from Caley Lewis, Michael Chiavello, Mark Castanini with you. Don't forget, folks, add us on Facebook, Mark Hammer Castanini and Voice Chiavello. If you're on Twitter, you can also add me at Chiavello Voice.
I think I'm full on Facebook. I don't know how it
I'm
works
full
anymore.
one page. I'm onto a second now.
Yeah, I'm full. I can't do two pages.
Caley Lewis is on there too. Make sure you add her. So too the Riddler.
All the fighters, indeed, all the fighters and trainers are pretty much on Facebook, and there's always updates on everyone's statuses and stuff. And also International Kickboxer magazine, of course, for all your fighting diary. Fight events from around the country, all listed. International Kickboxer magazine. On the web, check it out.
If there's one thing that Caley Lewis is renowned for, it is excellence of execution. You will not find a technically more proficient female fighter in Australia than Caley Lewis. And Sarah O'Connell always throws with power and has tremendous heart. A bit of a filling up process between these two ladies here in the first. We are set for 5. Head kick to the thigh and to the midsection from Sarah.
It's really a big fight for Sarah. Of course, Caley on top of the ratings, in the IK Mag ratings.
Hammer, how much more does it take to defeat Caley Lewis in her home state? Because it has to boost Caley up by an enormous amount fighting in front of her local Perth audience.
She really takes it to another level when she's fighting on her home ground, and it really is a home ground advantage. So you've really got to push the pace and get right up in her face, because if you sit back, it's not going to pay you good dividends. But Caley, a fighter that uses her rangy techniques well, push kick, round kick and angles, makes her hard to beat not only in Perth but anywhere.
Into the first round of action, a big week for female Muay Thai this week. Some interesting news. Jermaine Durandami, regarded as the finest Muay Thai female fighter of her generation, recently stating it looks like she'll sign for mixed martial arts career with Strikeforce. How's that? Another transition from stand-up to mixed martial arts with Jermaine Durandami.
Don't forget, folks, the 26th of February, the man in the corner there with Sarah O'Connell, Thor Hoopman, will be warring again with Paul the Sting Slawinski in Adelaide. Knees of Fury, and that one is something special. Late February, check it out. And if you're in Adelaide, you've got to get to that one. Thor Slawinski 2, it's going to be awesome. And also the Heat versus Ra Jonathan again. So it's revenge, Knees of Fury.
Caley Lewis, front kick off the lead leg. Teep kicks to the thigh, then to the midsection. Nicely done from Sarah O'Connell. Both women exchanging the front kicks early on in this round. Ooh, wicked high left round kick from Caley. She is so fast, particularly off that switch up round kick off the lead. And she kicks the back leg. Look how quick again off that lead leg she is, Caley Lewis. Gloves up nice and high, chin tucked, looking through her brow. Caley ever puts a foot or a glove wrong. Caley, you can just sense she's increasing her output as this fight goes on.
Sarah really needs to not be at that range there, because it's really the perfect range for Caley. She's a long-rangey fighter, and you have to break through her defence line, I suppose, and get in close, either clinch up and try for the knee striking. Perhaps that might be something that Sarah can do, because at this stage, staying on the outside, it's certainly not working for her.
Lead leg again from Caley, coming agonisingly close. Beautiful push kick, belly button through the back.
That's
and glancing right hand there from Caley.
That's all going to score, Michael. I was going to say, even those push kicks, they're effectively the jab of your leg. So you just keep probing them out. If they land clean, it's just like scoring a nice, quick and effective jab off your hand.
Lean back and counter there from Sarah O'Connell, and a front kick to the midsection. 2 rounds down, 3 remaining. Nice one for Caley Lewis. Finding range, hammer with that lead leg.
Again, just using her outside tactics nicely, long shots and good evasion. Caley Lewis doing it nicely. There's that push kick we spoke of. And of course, folks, if you're liking what you see from this epic promotion, March the 19th will be the next epic event. So if you're in Perth, get out your pencil, scribble it in the diary. March 19th, the next epic event, and I'm sure it's going to be fantastic, as this one already is.
3rd round of 5, this featherweight contest between Caley Lewis of Perth and the Queenslander Sarah O'Connell. I'd like to see Sarah maybe let go with her hands a little more here. Caley continues to sit behind that lead leg. Looks for the inside thigh on that occasion. And she goes up to the head. Beautiful torque of the hips there. Trying to loop the shin around the back of the neck. Skip forward with front kicks. Sarah's got to find a way, and that's a good way, to get rid of that lead leg of Caley Lewis. She's got to start banging to it, because Caley is just working off it time and time again. You see Sarah there, teeping the leg. Lean back counter, that was nicely done, but she's got to go after it here, Hammer. It's that lead leg of Caley that is doing the most damage.
Well, she knows it's going to fire. She should perhaps look at that, maybe look to catch it. You see Caley always sort of switches on that lead to the body, like that. Perhaps look at catching that one and countering. Might be one strategy, but she's just too fast and using that reach perfectly.
We've seen no grappling yet. And as the Hammer said earlier, they must have heard me again, Hammer, we are sitting very close here. But you know, as the Hammer said earlier on, it was Sarah O'Connell, and we'll see it again here maybe, standing in that literal no man's land where she is just going to get picked apart by Caley, particularly by Caley's lead leg. You've either got to be right on the outside of that or on the inside grappling up her at boxing range. Otherwise, as you said, Hammer, you're just going to get teed off on.
She's almost hesitant to go forward now. Caley's done such a great job of keeping her outside her defensive wall that Sarah's, you can see the frustration in her trying to break that barrier and get on the inside and trade. Every time she does, she's made to pay. And again, shot for shot, but I think Caley Lewis coming out with the upper hand with this one, but big props to Sarah. She's certainly in there trying to find her strategy, trying to find her groove, but it's more the fact that Caley's not allowing her to flow and get in and do what she does, which is trade hard on the inside.
Look at these kicks here from Caley Lewis. She should have come out to some ZZ top before, because she's got legs and she knows how to use them. Good work so far. Co-promoter of tonight's event, Caley Lewis. Hard task indeed, Hammer, finding and being promoted.
That is massive. You know, you've got so much pressure in putting a big event together, and then you've got to focus on your training and of course bring it all into the ring on the night and make it all work. It's such a big task. Many fighters have tried and failed, but at this point at least the team of Darren and Caley seems to be doing a fine job. Nice clinch. Of course, Caley would be used to grappling with some great fighters from Riddlers. Of course, Eugene Eckelboom, Chris Tiger White, Luke Aram. There's some good talent at Riddlers gym. Kim Olsen, Chad Walker, you know, all these guys, they're all down there, no doubt, grappling and working out with Caley Lewis. In turn, of course, you've got Sarah, who's out of John Wayne Parr's gym, and the reputation of Boonchu speaks for itself. You've got Thor Hoopman and, of course, JWP himself and Angie Parr, probably the best female fighter in this country, all working out with Sarah. But at this point, the work is certainly ahead of her if she's going to upset the judges on or upset Caley's night. Because at this point, Michael, I think we've got her fairly well ahead.
A rare clinch here. But no chance for Sarah O'Connell to get her knees off. To centre ring. Watch Caley's lead leg. Boom, again. Cracks it away to the liver. Then goes for the inside thigh. And it's got to be one of the sharpest lead legs in Australian Muay Thai, female or male hammer. She uses it just astoundingly well.
Certainly puts it together well, and uses good, correct technique, full extension of the reach, and just has great timing. None of that would matter if you have bad timing, but her timing is impeccable.
Switches up momentarily to southpaw Caley. Now back to orthodox, thrust that tip kick towards the abdomen. Now they tie up and Caley gets off a knee off the right leg. Sarah lands one of her own, switches up. 4 rounds down, 1 remaining. What does Sarah O'Connell need to do, Hammer, for the final 2 minutes?
It's probably the Sarah, the slinging, punching Sarah of old that I'd like to see brought into this fight. You know, she's got to get in there and just throw caution to the wind and just throw down with the hands, look to land a big shot, maybe clinch up, and just get a little bit gritty with it all. She's fighting a very technical fight, and at this point, Caley's just using the technique a little bit more effectively. See Sarah trying to negate the clinch there, actually, rather than engaging, which again just gives Caley the benefit. Getting caught with a round kick on the way forward, on the way in. And they've certainly done their homework on Sarah O'Connell, have the Riddler crew.
Final instructions from Thor Hoopman in the corner of Sarah O'Connell. 5th and final round. And Caley does what she does best. 3 kicks off the lead leg to open up proceedings here. Make it 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She'll keep going here. 9. 9 kicks off the lead leg to open up the round for Caley Lewis. Sarah O'Connell came out with a lot more aggression as well. They clinch up now. Can Sarah get her knees off? You sense more confidence now on Sarah O'Connell. But can she make good with it? Time is now her enemy. Double forearms guard against Caley's round kick.
It's a slide straight in off that round kick, or as the round kick is thrown, throw the right hand off it. But the hard part in fighting Caley is that when she kicks, she doesn't use that old school traditional Thai motion of dropping your hands or chopping with your right hand when you kick with your right or left leg. She's keeping her guard up while she kicks, and that's a great thing. You know, it's a technique that I really push at my gym, where you don't need to always get those big swinging arms happening when you throw a leg kick. I'd rather sacrifice a bit of power, you know, to keep a tighter guard upstairs, so you don't become subject to getting your head punched off when you kick.
These beautiful front kicks off the lead leg, digging the ball of the foot into the midsection. Now they clinch up once more. O'Connell gets a knee off of the upper left rib cage. The referee keeps him off the ropes. Think that with a wedding just around the corner and being a promoter of tonight's event, that Caley Lewis's training may have suffered. But as you've seen for the last 5 rounds, it has suffered not. She was once again excellence in execution and on top of her game.
Of course, the big day, January 15th for Caley and Riddler. We wish them all the best. And what a sterling performance from her tonight. perhaps to walk down the aisle on.
I will go out of my way, Hammer, buy some cake and eat it in celebration. Any excuse to eat cake and throw some sugar dumplings.
Chimney glasses.
Fantastic fight from Caley Lewis.
Beautiful.
She should take the decision here.
After 5 rounds of full tie rules in action right here in centering, we've gone to the judges' scorecards. All 3 vendors qualified unanimous with your winner, red corner, Caley.
No doubt about it, Caley Lewis. She's got the word punish, and that's what she did with the lead leg. Folks, let's check out another Hammers fight tip.